There are many voices in the media claiming to speak for God. Are they prophetic or pathetic? This series of videos is going to go a little more in depth into what that actually means. So I hope you're going to join us for this, I think, short journey. First of all, what does prophecy or prophetic actually mean? Well, the original word simply means to speak forth. So the implication is you're speaking forth for God. So someone who is prophetic, theoretically, is speaking for God. Is that legitimate, especially in today's age? You know, many churches would say, not at all. People don't speak like that anymore. Even though this was a part of biblical history, in the New Testament, it pretty much says this doesn't happen anymore, or in this day and age, it doesn't happen anymore. Is that true? Well, that's something we'll look at in the next video. For now, I think I'm going to say something that shouldn't be a bold statement, but God is still speaking today. And I think just about any Christian believes that. Now, let me clearly define what I mean by Christian. A Christian is someone who is born again. We're not talking about someone who attends a church. You can attend a church and yet not be a Christian. What do I mean? Well, Jesus said these words, "You must be born again." This is found in John's Gospel, chapter 3, verses 1 through 5. And again, when you look at those verses, Jesus is not laying down a set of rules, but he is saying you must be born again. Not you can be, or you should be, or be nice if you were. You must be born again. And he's pointing out to another religious leader that what he values is a personal relationship. So it's very possible that someone can attend a church all their lives, yet not be a Christian. I was raised in a very traditional church that essentially would tell people that as soon as they were baptized as a little baby, they were essentially part of the church and therefore a Christian. Well, biblically speaking, that's not true. You're not a Christian because you were baptized as an infant, or went to a certain class, or maybe had a confirmation, depending on your denomination. That has nothing to do with you being a Christian. Jesus made it very clear. It's those who have invited him into their lives. They are born again, or born from above. So it's important to understand that when we're talking about the church, or we're talking about Christians, I just want to make it really clear what we're talking about. We're talking about those who have a personal relationship with Christ. It doesn't matter if you're Catholic, Lutheran, Presbyterian, Baptist, non-denominational. None of those labels mean anything if you don't have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Those who have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ are part of what he calls the church. Again, we have to make that distinction. A church is not a building, although people meet in churches, quote. The church is made up of those who have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ across denominational barriers. And those who are parts of denominations are not necessarily part of the church. So I hope that's not confusing to you, but I wanted to make sure that we understand terms. So in the next video, I want to talk to you about the difference between those who believe that God is speaking today versus those who believe that God stopped speaking prophetically. We'll see you then. Hey, before you go, can you please leave me a comment, like, and subscribe? I would greatly appreciate it.